This is my review of this dog bark deterrent. This thing is amazing. I have tried everything, and this cute little girl right here barks at everything. So if she sees somebody outside, she barks. If somebody knocks on the door, she barks. If she sees a squirrel or something outside, she loses her mind and barks like crazy. So I needed to do something to slow that down because she's the kind of person, she's the kind of dog that she doesn't just bark once. She would bark and it would sound like this. It would go, roof, row, 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 and she would just bark nonstop. And sometimes she would go outside. We have a doggy door. She would go outside 3, 4 a.m. and she'd hear another dog and she would just lose her mind. And it just wakes us up. It wakes the neighbors up. So I needed something to fix it. So I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to give you sort of a demonstration of it working, but a full disclaimer, it's hard to get a video of this in action because now that we're using it, when she sees it, she knows not to bark. So I would have to sit there for hours and hope that somebody walks outside and that she would bark. So what this has done is has got her from, instead of barking like 100 times in a row at like one person who's walking outside, she'll bark one time. This goes off, she'll look at it and she'll stop. So she'll still bark, but it's just one. So it's just roof. And then she'll hear this and she'll look and she'll stop. Now let me show you everything that you get with this. Then I'm going to show you a video of me demonstrating this working. However, I'm not going to show you this exact unit working. I'm going to show you this one working. And these work the same way. You can see, if you look in there, these are very similar. So they produce the same type of ultrasonic sound. So here's what you get in the package. So you get this unit. It's very lightweight. What I love about this is that it's rechargeable. We had a different one before. We had to constantly change the batteries, and we live in Nevada in the desert, so it's really hot. And when we put that one outside, the batteries tend to corrode because it's extreme heat. This one is rechargeable. So there is a USB. You just peel this open right here, and they include the USB to USB charging cable. You also get a quick tips card. You get the entire user manual and you get mounting hardware. So this has a hook on the side so you can just spin this up and you can hang this up. So the way this works best is if you have a spot like a certain door or a certain window where your dog tends to bark the most, I would hang this at your dog's level right at that spot. And this thing, once you charge it up, will last for up to 30 days. So it lasts a really long time before you need to recharge it. What makes this unit very unique is that it has 4 different ultrasonic frequencies. Now, some dogs react differently to different frequencies, so you have to experiment with that. But what they recommend doing is every couple of weeks, let's say 3 weeks, you will change which frequency it's at. So you don't want your dog to get used to it. Now, the way it works, I use this one for years. I have several models of these handheld ones, and we use these. So if we're taking her for a walk outside and then she acts up, she barks, or she goes for another dog, I can hit this button, and you'll see in a video here in a second that the moment I hit this button, she'll do a bark, I'll hit the button, she'll look at me, and she'll immediately stop. This works in the same way, except you don't have to be there. That's what makes this amazing. It senses the bark, it automatically sends out the noises, and you can see there's 4 different ones. This only has 2, and this works awesome. So here's a video of this one in action. This is me using this when somebody was delivering something to our house. Normally my dog would lose her mind and bark nonstop. But as you can see, she barks one time, I press the button, she immediately looks at me and stops barking. In the next one, we're out for a walk, and on the other side of that fence, there's another dog. And every time we walk by, both dogs bark like crazy. As you can see, my dog, I hit the button one time, she looks right at me and completely stops barking, while the other one keeps going crazy. So as you can see, it really does work well. Now, to turn this on, you simply long press right here, and this will fire up, and it turns on. To change between the frequencies, you just press it one time, and you'll see the light jump from all the different frequencies. I do recommend experimenting with different frequencies to see which one your dog reacts to or responds to the most. I tend to use it on the middle one most of the time. And if she gets used to that, I will just change to another one and the thing is, I don't hear this at all. I know people who are younger than me might be able to hear something. I can't hear a thing. When this goes off, I hear nothing. This thing about every 7 seconds or so will flash so that you know that it's still on, it's still operating, but it won't, it'll light up red when it's working. So if the dog barks, this will light up red when it's producing the ultrasonic sound. Now, the advantage of this is you have it with you all the time. You can have it in your pocket. We keep one on our nightstand just in case. I have several of these. But this one also has, you can have just a sound, so just a beep. So if you train them with the ultrasonic, and my dog, as soon as she sees this thing in my hand, she'll stop barking. I don't even have to press a button anymore. But this also has a light, so you can just turn on a light, you can just make a sound, or you can have it do all three, where it makes a sound, it makes the light, and the ultrasonic. This is only the ultrasonic. So there's no light, there's no beep when they bark. But this thing, it works. It really does work. I love this. We now have several of these. So ideally, I believe these work best indoors. Now, they're indoor-outdoor use. This is IP65 waterproof, I believe. So you can have this outside. If you do put it outside, I highly recommend that you put it in the shade, especially if you live somewhere like I do, because I had this outside in the sun and I went to grab it to recharge it and it was too hot to touch. So I don't like it getting that hot. So make sure you put it in a shaded area. It will work outdoors up to about, let's say, a 30 feet area. However, it works much better the closer your dog is to it. So this indoors tends to work way better in my opinion. So if you have a window or a door and you set it right there, that's where you're gonna have the best results. I love this thing and I highly recommend it. If you'd like to grab one of these, there is a link in the description below. I'll also put a link for my favorite version of this in the link below. Thank you for watching. Please hit like on that video and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Have a good one.